On the afternoon of August 30th, 1988, 3 IRA volunteers from County Tyrone were on active service in the small townland of Cloughfin, Drumnakilly, between Carrickmore and Omagh, to engage an enemy target when they were cowardly ambushed by a unit of the British Army's SAS regiment. The 3 volunteers, brothers Gerard and Martin Hart, along with Brian Mullen, were gunned down in a shoot-to-kill operation, with hundreds of British bullets fired into their bodies. The Crown forces obtained information about the men and their movements and drew up an ambush. A killing zone, covered by 2 operation posts, was created. About a dozen SAS mercenaries in camouflage were lying in a shallow ditch, and more were manning a heavy machine gun at a nearby derelict building. As Martin, Gerard, and Brian drove past, they poured a hail of bullets into their car. The RUC and British Army immediately sealed off the area, and the bodies of the 3 men were left at the scene, within the cordon and inaccessible to grieving relatives, until the following afternoon. At 29, Gerard Hart was the eldest of the 3 volunteers and was an experienced IRA activist. He had won a junior championship medal while playing corner forward with the Loughmacrory St. Teresa's side in 1980. He was also married with a young son, Colm. Martin was a prominent member of the Loughmacrory Club. At the time of his death, he was captain of the Gaelic team. He was aged 21 and had been in the IRA for several years. He was the father of a 3-month-old son, Declan, and to compound the tragedy, his widow was Breege Mullen, sister of his friend and comrade Brian Mullen. Volunteer Brian Mullen, aged 25, had been singled out for particular harassment by British forces. He was arrested and interrogated in Gough Barracks on numerous occasions, and a few weeks before his death, he and his brothers were beaten by Crown forces outside their family home. In 2003, an SAS mercenary appeared in a Channel 4 documentary and told that the IRA trio had been lured into an ambush. The Drumnakilly Ambush was an example of the British shoot-to-kill policy in Ireland and gave lie to the British government's claim that there was not a war going on in the north of Ireland. The high regard these volunteers were held in was demonstrated at their funerals. Hundreds of British soldiers and RUC saturated the Tyrone countryside as they were laid to rest. Despite heavy RUC presence and harassment, thousands flocked to remember these brave Irish patriots. There are men as bold as the men of old, who will light when freedom's won, a beacon bright, on the highest height, of Formas in Tyrone. Michael Mullen, the Bard of Formas.
Hart was the leader of the IRA in Mid-Tyrone and was involved in numerous attacks on the security forces. They claimed that the 2 others, Michael's brother Martin Hart and Brian Mullen, had also been involved in numerous attacks.
Barricades and burnt-out vehicles in West Belfast, the protests following the 2 latest setbacks for the IRA in County Tyrone and West Germany. The car in which they'd been travelling was finally removed from the country road.
Report on yesterday's shooting will have to address is under what circumstances soldiers are justified in shooting armed men.
Circumstances in which people seem to die in this part of the world.
The IRS says it fired shots in the area last night. There was to be no repetition at the funeral today.
The funeral of IRA man Brian Mullen. RUC men and British soldiers had surrounded the Mullen home on the route of the funeral procession.
I am proud to sing our gallant songs of courageous men so brave, who have fought for Ireland's freedom and are lying in their grave. Loughgall, Gibraltar and many more of these songs I am the author, yet with sadness tinged I now will sing about the Drumnakilly Martyrs. On a Thursday fair, the volunteers left. Gerry Hart was in command. With Brother Martin and Brian Mullen, they spotted an enemy van. They headed in to battle down that country road so hilly. But the SAS in the ditches lay on the road at Drumnakilly. Oh, England, go away from us and leave us all alone. You have murdered 3 brave volunteers, the finest in Tyrone. The war is not yet over, for us it's only started, and we'll make you pay for the day you slayed the Drumnakilly Martyrs. And when the firing started, they riddled their kyar with lead, and they finished them off one by one with a bullet through the head. The guns now were quiet for a moment's silence reigned. Both Gerry and Martin, along with Brian, were in God's hands once again. To Gerry Hart, our leader, we bid to you farewell. To Martin Hart, your brother, sad grief no one can tell. To Brian Mullen, a comrade bold, who fought the war so brave, you'll never be forgotten in the land that holds your grave. Oh, England, go away from us and leave us all alone. You have murdered 3 brave volunteers, the finest in Tyrone. The war is not yet over, for us it's only started, and we'll make you pay for the day you slayed the Drumnakilly Martyrs. The hills of Tyrone are quiet now, our wounds are deep and sore. The Gaelic fields where the boys once played won't be the same no more. The land around by Bournemouth, Brian Mullen was in his glory. He will never see, nor will Gerry and Martin, the hills of Loch Macrory. Oh, England, go away from us and leave us all alone. You have murdered 3 brave volunteers, the finest in Tyrone. The war is not yet over, for us it's only started, and we'll make you pay for the day you slayed the Drumnakilly Martyrs.